Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, January 13th, 2020. Finally starting to get the date right? Get the right year, Rosie. Yes, get the right year. You've been around a long time. And no excuses for that. Anyway, I hope that your Monday is off to a great start. You know, one of the things that I really enjoyed was that surprises people due to their belief that it doesn't have a lot of relevancy in life was majoring in philosophy in college, and it was a wonderful thing on one hand. On the downside, like what are you going to do with that degree, right? You're going to be flipping burgers at McDonald's. Well, I didn't end up doing that, but on the plus side, it was very good because it's really the only discipline that really, the subject matter that really made you stop in your tracks and forced you to just think. And in the world of 2019, 2020 that we live in today, the super fast computing, everything's fast, high speed internet, high speed rail, boom, 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 boom. We have less and less time to really ponder and sit down and think about things in life. And this is far different from prior generations where there were less distractions and people could actually think about their condition, think about life, think about the universe, think about their place within the scheme of things. What's the meaning of life, right? That famous question, why are we here? What's the purpose? Is it all, is the existentialist, is it all like a cruel joke that there is no payoff at the end? It's just to exist, and we're living life as a cruelty, right? That's thrust upon us. But one of the things that I've always considered was, as you get older, this concept of how time moves relative to the way that you perceive it. In other words, when you're a child, we use the classic example of Christmas. We know Christmas for a lot of us was toys and presents and get-togethers and good times and playtime and just pure pleasure at Christmas time. At least if you were on the receiving end of it, as opposed to the preparations and work end, then it's a totally different perception, right? Christmas has a different meaning, perception, reality. It all depends. It's all relative. It's all where you sit and analyze the situation. But when we're younger, we have that sense of time is moving very slowly, like Christmas will never get here. Summer vacation will never get here, right? Things are very slow and slow. And then when we are engaging in something pleasurable like Christmas time, like summer vacation, for many of us, it's like, oh, it's over too soon. It's over too soon. When we get older, and as we get older, our 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, beyond, if we're in decent health and we're lucky enough to still be alive, we have the concept of time. And time, as we get older, can seem to move much quicker. In other words, gee, I just put up the Christmas lights. I don't even take them down anymore because as soon as I take them down, I feel like it's time to put them up again, right? Time has a sense of moving very, very rapidly to us. But I want to make a suggestion that really helps get every bit of joy and every ounce of happiness out of time. And that is matching your activity level to time. Now, just bear with me a minute because I think that you might grasp what I'm getting here. When you're younger, you're very active, you're very engaged, and you're actually keeping time with time, moving forward. So you never have the perception that time is moving very fast. If anything, your eagerness tends to put time to feel like it's slowing it down. But as we get older and our activity level starts to slow down, at that point, with declining activity and a feeling like, well, the clock is starting to wind down a little bit, the key to crank up the time machine starts to slow a little bit. Well, then we have the perception that time continues to move forward, but is it really moving forward at a faster pace than we think it is? Or is it because we're slowing down relative to time? Our activities become less and less physical in nature. Our ability to be mobile and move around. Our ability and desire to engage and do things, new things in life. To pick up a totally new hobby. To learn a foreign language. To travel, to get in our vehicle and then say, you know what, I'm going to throw caution to the wind. I'm going to go on a 1,000-mile road trip somewhere. And just me, myself, and I. And yeah, it's a little scary. But I'll tell you what, you do something like that, you throw a little wrench in once in a while, and now you've once again slowed down, in my mind, the concept of time. Why? Because you're sucking every bit of juice, every bit of flavor and excitement out of every moment. In my mind, it's only when you sit down and you start to get sedentary, you sit in your easy chair, oh, it's so comfortable, you know, I can put my feet up, I can click on the football game, I can have such a great time in life. But then you have that feeling that life is moving rapidly around you, and you're like moving through space. Like on a Star Trek scene with the stars moving rapidly and you're in your easy chair. And I think when you engage life and you do force yourself to be very active and break out of the ruts and force yourself to do new things, at that point in time becomes much more of a feeling of going through it, and it doesn't have that speed essence to it that it does when you are moving slow or slowing down in life. It's also, I think, one of the keys to staying younger and staying happy, because in my mind, what ages us is we start to get that perception of time, and that we're not timeless here, we're time bound on earth. And we start to feel like, well, it's called kind of a hopeless endeavor anyway. I might as well just go out with my boots on. Time moves very rapidly, faster and faster and faster. And before you know it, we're circling the drain, right? Anyway, it's not often I have a philosophical musing, but I'll tell you, in my mind, one of the keys to staying young, physically and mentally, is to be out there engaging in every single day. I think one of the greatest things that I do is, yeah, I do a lot of YouTube, but I don't watch a lot of TV. And I don't sit around a lot. I'm a doer. So I never really have the sense that time is flying. Okay, I ain't no kid at Christmas, but you know, I still look forward to things and still enjoy that perception that time is moving along at the same pace. Anyway, guys, happy Monday to you. Have a great one, and I will see you around. So have a sit, have a think, and think about stuff, okay?